The Fellowship of the Tuatha, the arrival of Lugh the Long Arm. Chapter 1, The Rule of Nuada. When we last left off, the Tuatha De Danann had emerged victorious from the first battle of Mag Tuired. However, their king, Nuada, had lost his arm in combat and, according to ancient laws, could no longer rule. Dien Sect, the god of healing, and the master smith Craden crafted a silver arm for Nuada, allowing him to reclaim his throne. But it was Dien Sect's son, Mayak, who restored Nuada's flesh and blood arm, making him truly whole once more. With Nuada's restoration complete, he led his people in rebellion against the tyrannical rule of Bress, a harsh and oppressive ruler of mixed Tuatha De Danann and Fomorian heritage. Now, with Nuada back in power and the Tuatha De Danann preparing for a decisive conflict, a new hero steps onto the stage, Lugh. Known for his multitude of skills, Lugh offers his services to the Tuatha De Danann, ready to lead them in the crucial Second Battle of Mag Tuired. This battle will determine their fate and the future of Ireland, as they face the formidable Fomorian forces led by Bress. Chapter 2, Hooves in the Rain. The evening sky was heavy with the damp of a downpour, the air thick with the scent of rain-soaked earth. The Tuatha stronghold of Tara stood resolute, its walls glistening under the light of a full moon. The atmosphere was tense, charged with the anticipation of the escalating conflict with the Fomorians. The only sound breaking the stillness was the rumbling, rhythmic clatter of hooves on the wet ground. A cloaked figure on horseback approached the gatehouse, the hood of his cloak concealing his features, adding an air of mystery. The guards, vigilant and wary, moved to intercept the lone rider, their hands resting on the hilts of their swords.
"Halt! Who goes there?"
demanded the lead guard, his voice cutting through the quiet night. The rider dismounted gracefully, the cloak parting slightly to reveal the glint of armor beneath. With a slow, deliberate motion, he lowered his hood, revealing a determined young man with piercing eyes.
"I am Lugh, son of Cian of the Tuatha De Danann and Ethniu of the Fomorians,"
he replied, his voice steady and confident. The guards exchanged wary glances.
"State your business."
The gatekeeper said, his tone firm but curious.
"What brings you here at this hour?"
Lugh smiled, a hint of pride in his expression.
"I seek an audience with King Nuada. I bring skills that can aid in the coming battles."
The gatekeeper, sensing the sincerity and confidence in Lugh's words, nodded.
"Wait here.
He instructed, before turning to one of the other guards.
Inform the king that we have a visitor claiming to offer aid."
After a brief wait, the guard returned, and Lugh was escorted through the gates and into the stronghold. The flickering torchlight cast long shadows on the ancient stone walls, adding to the air of anticipation. Before long, Lugh stood in the grand hall of the king's court. The court was filled with warriors, craftsmen, and scholars, all murmuring among themselves about the mysterious visitor. Nuada, seated on his throne, watched intently as Lugh approached.
"Who stands before us?"
Nuada asked, his voice commanding and curious. Lugh bowed respectfully.
"I am Lugh, son of Cian of the Tuatha De Danann and Ethniu of the Fomorians. I come to offer my skills in service to you and our people."
Nuada observed Lugh with keen interest.
"And what skills might you bring, Lugh?"
Lugh, standing tall, faced the court with a confident smile.
"My king, my skills are vast and varied. I can forge you the finest blades, sharp enough to cut down our foes. As a warrior, I will wield these blades beside you, ensuring victory on the battlefield. And when the dust settles, I shall sing songs of our triumphs, regale you with tales of valor, and heal the wounded with my knowledge of herbs and magic. I am a smith, a warrior, a poet, a musician, a healer, and a harper. In short, I am exactly what you need."
His words brought a ripple of laughter and murmurs of approval from the court. Even Nuada couldn't help but smile at Lugh's boldness and charm. He spoke with grace and confidence, enchanting the court with his aura. Nuada, impressed by the young man's display, nodded in approval.
Welcome, Lugh. Your talents are indeed remarkable, and I have no doubt your aid will be invaluable in the battles to come.
The court, seeing the approval in their king's eyes, murmured in agreement, their spirits lifted by the arrival of this multifaceted hero. The night, once shrouded in tension and uncertainty, now held a glimmer of hope and promise for the Tuatha De Danann. Chapter 3: Preparations for War. Lugh quickly integrated himself into the training regimes of the Tuatha De Danann soldiers. His prowess as a warrior and his ability to inspire those around him did not go unnoticed. He demonstrated exceptional combat skills, easily holding his own against the best warriors in sparring matches. More importantly, Lugh had a natural charisma that lifted the spirits of the men, instilling in them a renewed sense of purpose and determination. Nuada observed these qualities with keen interest. During one particular training session, he watched as Lugh not only bested his opponents with skillful precision, but also took the time to teach and encourage the younger, less experienced soldiers. Impressed by Lugh's abilities and his positive influence on the men, Nuada decided to test him personally. One evening, after most of the warriors had retired, Nuada approached Lugh as he was finishing a sparring session.
Lugh,
Nuada called out.
How about a trial against your king?
Lugh, surprised but honored, accepted with a respectful nod.
It would be my honor, King Nuada.
The two men squared off in the training yard, the moon casting a silvery glow on the scene. Nuada, with his long, flowing blonde hair and regal bearing, clenched his fists, ready for hand-to-hand combat. Lugh, with his long, plaited, reddish-blonde hair and confident stance, mirrored Nuada's readiness. They began to spar, their movements fluid and precise. As they fought, they pushed each other to their limits, each showcasing their incredible skill and strength. The sound of their fists and feet connecting echoed in the still night air, drawing the attention of a few curious onlookers. As the fight progressed, it became clear that they were well-matched. Nuada's experience and tactical mind were balanced by Lugh's agility and innovative techniques. After a lengthy and intense bout, they both stepped back, breathing heavily but smiling, having gained a deep respect for each other's abilities.
You fight well, Lugh,
Nuada said, clasping Lugh's shoulder.
I see now why the men speak so highly of you.
I thank you, King Nuada.
Lugh replied.
You are too modest. It is my honor to train and fight alongside you.
From that evening onward, Nuada and Lugh developed a strong friendship. They often sparred together, discussed battle strategies, and shared stories of their pasts. Nuada found in Lugh not only a skilled warrior and a brilliant strategist, but also a kindred spirit. Lugh's presence brought a renewed sense of hope and camaraderie to the Tuatha De Danann. As the preparations for the Second Battle of Mag Twyred continued, Nuada increasingly relied on Lugh's counsel. Lugh's insights and innovative tactics were invaluable, and his ability to inspire the troops strengthened their resolve. The bond between the two leaders grew stronger, their mutual respect and friendship becoming a cornerstone of their preparations. Their friendship resonated throughout the Tuatha De Danann, lifting the morale of the people and uniting them in their common cause. Nuada and Lugh's partnership symbolized the strength and unity of their people, a beacon of hope in the face of the looming conflict. Chapter 4: A Stranger in the Dark. Over the following weeks, Lugh and Nuada grew closer, their mutual respect and friendship deepening with each training session. The bond between them strengthened as they shared strategies, sparred, and spoke of their hopes for their people. Lugh's insights and innovative tactics became indispensable as the Tuatha prepared for the looming conflict. Nuada found himself relying more and more on Lugh's counsel, recognizing in him not just a warrior but a leader and a friend. One evening, they gathered with their closest advisors in the dim light of Nuada's council chambers, the air thick with the weight of their impending battle against the Fomorians. The firelight cast flickering shadows on their faces, reflecting the gravity of their discussions. As they debated their next moves, a strange and powerful presence filled the air. The sounds of distant battle cries and the flap of wings echoed around them, though no enemies were in sight. Suddenly, the atmosphere grew heavy, and an eerie silence fell over the chamber. From the shadows emerged the Morrigan, the formidable goddess of war and fate, known to appear at the brink of great battles. Her raven-black hair flowed like shadows, and her eyes gleamed with an otherworldly knowledge that sent shivers through those present. The Morrigan was a figure of both awe and dread, a deity whose presence heralded the turning of tides in war.
Nuada, Lugh,
she intoned, her voice resonating with an eerie, otherworldly echo.
the raven spreads its wings over the battlefield. Red rivers will flow and the wails of the lost will linger like the mist at dawn.
Lugh stepped forward, recognizing the goddess of war and fate.
Morrigan, grant us your guidance and blessing for the battle that awaits,
he said, his voice steady but filled with respect. The Morrigan's gaze swept over them both, and she began to speak of the future, her words weaving a tapestry of fate and destiny.
Great trials await you,
she said, her voice laden with prophecy.
in the dance of shadows and light, where death and glory embrace. Only those bound by unity and steeled by unwavering courage shall endure.
Turning her piercing gaze to Nuada, she spoke with a tone that sent chills through the air.
Nuada, king of the people of Danann, the path before you winds through darkness. The sword's light will blaze in the deepest night, yet the shadows whisper of a price to be paid for each glimmer of victory.
Nuada's eyes met hers, unflinching. He nodded, accepting the weight of her words.
We will do what must be done,
he replied, his voice resolute. The Morrigan then turned to Lugh.
Lugh, son of Cian and Ethnew, your fate weaves with the threads of this land's destiny. The tip of your spear will find its mark, yet heed this, the trials of your spirit will be many. Not all battles are claimed by steel alone.
With a sweeping gesture, the Morrigan extended her hands over their weapons, an eerie, ethereal light enveloping the blades. The air crackled with energy as the blessing took hold, their weapons now imbued with a mystical aura that shimmered in the moonlight. The Morrigan's blessing infused them with renewed vigor and an unyielding determination, a powerful reminder of the dire stakes they faced. The wind picked up, swirling around them as the Morrigan's form began to fade into the shadows. Her voice lingered, echoing through the night like a haunting melody.
Remember, warriors, the threads of fate are delicate, and the winds of destiny are ever-changing. Stand strong, for the raven's call signals a twilight of veils. In the mist of dawn and dusk, one shall give way to another, and through the veil, a new day will rise for the sons and daughters of Danann.
As suddenly as she had appeared, the Morrigan vanished, leaving Lugh and Nuada standing in the darkened chamber, the echoes of her prophetic words resonating in the still air. The encounter left them with a profound sense of purpose and a deeper understanding of the challenges that lay ahead. The moonlight bathed them as shadows danced around them, a silent testament to the ominous presence that had just departed. Chapter 5: The Bond of Community. While Lugh and Nuada prepared for the impending conflict, the efforts of other key figures within the Tuatha De Danann were equally crucial. Among them were the renowned healer Dien Sect, his son Mayak, and the skilled craftsmen who worked tirelessly to support their people. Dien Sect, the god of healing, was a figure of immense wisdom and power. In these troubled times, His knowledge of medicine was indispensable. Dian's sect spent countless hours preparing healing potions and remedies, knowing that the forthcoming battle would demand every bit of his expertise. Mayak, Dian's sect's talented son, had already proven his exceptional skills by replacing Nuada's silver arm with one of flesh and bone. His innovative approach to healing, blending magic with traditional medicine, set him apart. Despite occasional disagreements, father and son worked side by side, united by a common goal: to save as many lives as possible. Lugh shared a bond with Mayak through their mutual dedication to their people's well-being. He admired Mayaka's devotion to his craft and innovative spirit, and the two often discussed strategies and healing techniques. Their shared commitment strengthened the fabric of the Tuatha De Danann's preparation for the battle ahead. Credan, the master metalworker, crafted intricate and powerful armor. His creations, adorned with protective runes and symbols, were as much works of art as they were essential tools of war. The warriors of the Tuatha donned Credan's armor with pride, feeling both protected and united by his craftsmanship. The combined efforts of Dian's sect, Mayak, Gobniu, Credan, and many others created a strong foundation for the Tuatha's war efforts. Each contribution was vital, forming an unbreakable chain of support and preparation. As the shadow of battle loomed larger, the unity and determination of the Tuatha shone brightly. The air was thick with anticipation, every member of the Tuatha ready to face the formidable challenge ahead with unwavering resolve. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the preparation of the Tuatha for the Second Battle of Mag Twyard. We've seen the deepening bond between Nuada and Lugh, the critical efforts of the healers and craftsmen, and the unity that strengthens their resolve. Join us in our next video as we delve into the epic Second Battle of Mag Twyard, where the fate of the Tuatha will be decided. Until then, honor the memory of the gods, stay curious, and keep exploring the rich tapestry of mythology with us. Remember to like and subscribe so you never miss an adventure. Until next time, friends.